This research project will discuss the struggles immigrants face in the United States, focusing on the aspects of nationalism and linguistic discrimination. Additionally, it will analyze the benefits of immigration on American culture and society. Immigration has been an issue for the United States since the beginning of time. What exactly is an immigrant anyway? Most of our families migrated to this continent in some form. There are 4 immigration categories in the United States: citizens, residents, non-immigrants, and undocumented. Each of these groups face struggles relating to nationalism. Nationalism is the identification with one's own nation in support of its interest, especially to the exclusion or detriment of the interests of other nations. The United States is known as the land of the free and the land of opportunity. In 2018, the federal government estimated that there were 11.4 million unauthorized immigrants in the country. In the article Nationalism and Immigration Control by Ko Ji-young, he states, survey data find that those people who have strong national attachment and display feelings of national superiority are more likely to have an unfavorable attitude toward immigration. Nationalistic views have had a resurgence recently with the election of former President Trump and his views on immigration increasing the struggles. Upon entering the country, immigrants are faced with struggles of finding a house, securing a job, and finding a school for their children. Nationalistic views increase the stress on those immigrants trying to find a way of life in America. Ko Ji-young also stated, however, regardless of its form and expression, the fundamental essence of nationalism lies in the distinction between us and them. A nation-state is imagined as a community that has a distinctive boundary between members and outsiders, and thus not all people are welcome in the imagined community. Many immigrants do not feel included in society because of the nationalism that exists in this country. Nationalism can take on many different forms, rather socially, politically, and economically. As stated by Ali Bedad in his article Nationalism and Immigration to the United States, the conventional liberal wisdom about the public reaction to immigration. In conclusion, immigrants are faced with lots of challenges when they make the leap of faith and come to the United States. Not only are they in a country with major cultural differences, they are also not welcomed in many aspects. We can all relate to how uncomfortable it is how comfortable it feels to be in a setting where you are not welcomed or you don't necessarily fit in. Those are the feelings immigrants face on a daily basis. According to the Journal of Criminology, participants who ranked high on the scale of white nationalism were more likely to see immigrants as criminals. This is the perception that white Americans have on immigrants, further proving the point that the judgment is based on emotions and not whether immigrants benefit America or not. Nationalism has been inherently connected to racism, which is reflected on the linguistic discrimination that immigrants face in schools and in the workplace. Regardless of the ill feelings towards immigrants in the United States, economically, psychologically, and in society as a whole, immigrants bring numerous benefits to the United States. Immigrants increase the cultural value of America and will continue to add value as time goes on. Thank you. Here are our sources, and on behalf of Lexiani Figueroa, Evan Rupox, Tonya Smith, and Simeon Gideon, thank you for listening to our presentation, An Interdisciplinary Perspective on Immigrant Life in the United States. Here are our sources, and on behalf of Lexiani